going on, Smousters? Today is Friday the 31st, January 31st, 2025. It's been a month into 2025, and I gotta say this year is gonna be crazy because I just left the shop that I've been working at for about 8 years. I left that shop for my personal reasons and reasons. And I started at this new shop, like I said before, and yeah, I got a new job. So it's gonna be an interesting year. Hopefully everything works out perfectly. I see that I talk a lot with my hands, so I gotta watch how to do that. So today's Friday, today's Flash Friday. I got some Flash posted. I'm gonna drop some more Flash today. I'm gonna work on my wall piece. I don't have any appointments today, but hopefully I could get something in, reel it in with social media and whatnot. I should probably be looking at this guy right there. I should put like a little note that says "Won't care." So yeah, with that, I'm also gonna try to do an interview with one of the owners of the shop here, St. Paul Tattoo. I think what I'm gonna do is every Friday is to try to do an interview with somebody, whether that be a tattoo artist or just somebody that I know is doing good with their business. And or I just respect in the business aspect of what they're doing, and that might even be a drug dealer that I know. You know what I mean? Because I know some heavy hitting drug dealers that I mean they'll be masked up. I can maybe blur out their face and whatnot. I know some heavy hitting graffiti artists. You know what I mean? I might do some with that. If you know St. Paul, you know some of these names that I might pop up on my Instagram, on my YouTube. So yeah, that being said, let the day start. Let's see how it ends up. Ask you some questions. Bubba, you can chime in if you want. I think, is it on?
Testing. 1, 2, 3, testing.
Yeah. I was gonna break down and then we'll just go outside and smoke.
Cool. I think I'm gonna sit. I mean, can you see me here or what?
Yeah, I can see your head.
All right, cool.
You just sit down and draw. You just answer questions.
Yeah, let's do it. I just gotta find my pencil.
Why not? Because I don't know you too well.
Right.
I just know what I know. I don't listen to what other people say anyways because I give my own opinion.
Right. I appreciate that. Yeah, you're gonna hear a lot of from the outside world. I've never been like, you know what I mean? Either it's a love me, hate me type situation.
I mean, I feel like that's the same way with me too, and especially in the tattoo industry and this Minnesota tattoo industry.
Fuck him.
Newly licensed, ready to go.
Yeah, he's ready. He's on fire.
But yeah, I mean, like, what's the future for St. Paul Tattoo?
I mean, honestly, right now, just to continue building on what we have, we got a lot of new people in here, man. I mean, our senior people are really newer employees. For example, like Brooke's only been tattooing for almost 5 years now. It's been, you know what I mean. So she's got some experience, but I mean, in the big picture between, you know what I mean, the whole shop. If you were to do an average of how long everybody's been tattooing, we got some new artists. Emily's pretty new. She's been tattooing for 4 or 5 years. Sam, same thing. They're all under 5 years or under.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got our senior artists are still under 10-year artists.
Mm-hmm.
So they're still developing, and I think they've all it's crazy because I swear I've watched them all grow and develop in the last year. They've taken off. And I don't want to say this the wrong way, but since we got rid of some artists, it's like
some bad seeds
maybe in some ways. They've stepped up super hardcore. I swear to God, Emily stepped up, Brooke stepped up, Sam stepped up. Not only as far as just making sure they're here every day on time and doing their shit and being low maintenance, but their work stepped up. You know what I mean? They were there's been kind of a gap here. We were down a few artists, and they filled the void, man, for sure. They covered the quality. It wasn't about quantity, it was about quality, retaining quality. That was the objective of kind of trimming the fat. So I guess short story long is the objective is to kind of build up who we've got now. We just got every seat filled. I mean, we have the one open spot, but I'm not worried about filling that. Beside that, we've got Eric. We got to train him up. You know what I mean? We got to build our bond with you. You know what I mean? Because you're an OG around here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm new here, but yeah, in the Twin Cities.
Yeah, you're an OG in Twin Cities, and you're new here to us. So we got to work on developing our relationship with you. We got to develop our relationship with Bubba, Jimmy. Jimmy's only been here for what? Has it been 4 or 5 months now? How long have you been here now? I'm terrible with time because
I've been here since July.
I live in tattoo time, and tattoo time's an abstract. It flies. It flies, you know. But I mean, everybody here is still pretty new for the most part, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the people that aren't new.
I heard in the past that you're considered an amateur in the tattoo world. You're considered an amateur until you hit 10 years.
Right.
And in the 10 years, you're like a novice. And then 20 years, it's like, that's when you're professional.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't agree with it. I wouldn't disagree with it. I mean, I wouldn't disagree with it at all, no.
But now, like nowadays, like you said, these newer artists, they're progressing a lot faster than. But they have the people helping them, and not only the people helping them with
YouTube, man,
YouTube, Instagram, and all this shit that they can, these tools that they can help. We didn't have that in our. When I started, we didn't have. When I started, I mean, I'm sure it was the same with you. All the artists would be like,
bro, if you wanted to learn a new technique, you had the game was sold, not told. If you wanted to learn how to powder shade, like, you know, what's his name out of, you know, whatever tattoo shop he was at. I mean, you had to either go to where his circuit was, where he was tattooing if he was doing shows, or you had to catch him when he came to you, and you had to soak that shit up, bro. You had to like literally learn while you watched him tattoo you. And if it might cost you $1,500 if he's doing a convention to get work on. You know what I mean? So you're literally, and they know it. They're like, oh, he wants to learn my powder shade technique. The only way he's gonna learn how to do this shit is to come get a tattoo from you. And the only way he's doing it is to starting off at $1,000. That's how people learn, bro. And like there'd be times where I'd be pouring my ink out and people would be like, hey, why are you pouring different levels of black? And I'd start to explain it was gray wash, and my cousin would be like, dude, shut up. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, don't be telling people, you know, he was in that habit because he's, you know, a generation older than I am, where it was super, the game is sold, not told. You know what I mean? So like, so yeah, these younger generation, dude, they have people getting monetized to teach them. You know, they're incentivized.
What took us 10 years to get to would take them 3, 4. With all the you know how there's like a.
We back on. We live. We direct.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, there goes my mic.
You know how liquor stores and bars, there's like a regulation on them. You think they're gonna do that for tattoo shops? They'd have it in Cali, right?
As far as what?
Like having the certain amount of tattoo shops within a city limit or within.
I'm not gonna lie, that'd be a good idea.
Within a county limit or some shit like that.
That would be dope.
The only reason I say that,
that's what they do with liquor stores.
It'd be scary if you could bring that up, but then it could backfire on you. Because what if you're the one who gets ousted? You know what I'm saying? Or,
but I don't think this, because you have the reputation here. You have the history.
This is how I feel about it, bro. Like me personally, I don't want to own a shop no time soon, bro. Like I feel like I have so much to learn before I could even like own a shop, or like even want to own a shop, bro. Like to be honest, I want to travel and shit. Like there's so many things I want to do before I ever open a shop.
Bro, the owning a shop days are almost over, because
that's what I'm saying. Everyone
if you don't currently have foot traffic, to get established and to get not only just your regular traffic, but to get foot traffic and walk-in traffic. It's tough. It's not impossible, but it's tough, bro. You know what I mean? It's tough.
It's tough, and it's like, tough. Bro, the artist itself is like, bro, a shop like this makes sense because there's walk-ins, but bro, I've been to so many shops where there's no walk-ins.
Yeah.
So it's like, why would I pay like more money to work here?
You're not making me any.
And I'm not making. You know what I'm saying? Like I could
when I worked at Planet Inc., they had walk-ins like crazy. That was back in the day. That was like,
everybody had walk-ins back in those days.
Before social media and shit. That was you depended on.
You had to have a shop. Back in the day, if you couldn't, before social media, there was no way for you to work yourself and to be an. You were 100% reliable on a tattoo shop, and giving half of your money wasn't a problem, because if you were out there working for yourself, you were making $100, $150, maybe $200 a day tattooing out of the crib. Back then, you could have a $2,000 day on walk-ins,
just walk-ins,
a $2,000 day, and you could give the shop half and walk out with $1,000. I mean, you could
$80 tattoos.
You could make $2,000 in a day, and then give the shop.
I can't wait till the day I make a band off the tattoo.
Oh, it's coming. It'll be this season. You should have a couple $1,000 days this season, hopefully. You know what I mean?
The most
you're at $1,000 days they happen.
Yeah, full day sessions.
You gotta
1,400 is the most I've ever made in a day.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta bust your ass to have $1,000 day. But I mean, $1,000 day requires like 4 people to come in and get like matching tattoos that are small. You have to have one of those in there somewhere. You know what I mean? Like one of those hours. You have to have like a $500 2 hours. You know what I mean? You gotta make $500 in 2 hours, which you can. You know what I mean? If you do 125 with your tips, you know what I mean? You do $400 tattoos, and then you get a $25 tip each. You can knock out $500 in fucking an hour and a half, really. You know what I mean? And that happens. That happens a lot when it gets real busy. Is where you're gonna have.
I've seen it with my
groups.
own eyes, bro. Like there was days where it was like motherfuckers would be busy tattooing, so Julian ass would be on the game. Boom, walking, hop back on the game. Boom, another walking. So the list just hit because
when I worked at Planet,
because it's gonna pass because people are busy. It goes through quick once everybody's busy and working. It works out good because it trickles down to the person who it doesn't work, who isn't working.
You said movies?
Lovely, no,
Lovely.
Yeah, that whole story, you know.
Oh yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I don't know too much about it. I don't know.
Yeah, we don't even want to talk about that shit because that's just not even worth it.
I just feel bad a little bit, like just like you were saying. Like I don't feel bad for you because you're dumb, but it's just like, damn, bro, because where are you ever going?
I mean, with all the shops opening up and all the people that are taking people in nowadays, it's just that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like the state's gonna eventually soon, like they do it in California. I'm pretty sure they do it in Florida too. It's like within the county, you can only have like 10 shops, so that eliminates
a lot,
a third of the, you know what I mean, 3/4 of the shops in that county.
Yeah,
and that's just not shops. That's even like private studios and shit like that. Like there's no private studio. Like you have to work in a shop.
Yeah, they have a licensed studio.
License that's what they told me when they gave me my license. They were like, you must perform tattoos and like
under the supervision of a shop.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, ain't no more tattooing out of the crib with a license. They'll yank that bitch. Mm-hmm. Give me that.
Take that shit right out and put your name all on the internet.
Yeah, they will. They'll put you on.
This person is no longer licensed. All on the fucking for this reason on this day.
Yeah, ask
for
this well, I won't even say his name, but yeah, there's artists out there. Yeah, they yoink, and then you're banished. You know what I mean? Like you're.
Why did they do that to him?
You live in purgatory. I don't even know all the who happens to who, but you know, there's people out here that are
too. They're using like taking advantage of their clients or shit like that, or even sexually grabbing.
Yeah, bro. You hear? See, there's things that because you haven't done it or you wouldn't do it that you don't
think would happen.
But then once you start to hear stories about other people, and you'll even doubt them. Like when I first heard about Puffy for like the first month, I thought I was like never. And then after all these people started coming forward, you're like, oh shit, bro. There's puppies out there in the tattoo world like that.
Oh yeah, all day.
There's a lot of people that'll like try to drug people, like literally. You know, you could be like, oh, I need a recovery tattoo, and the artist will be like, oh, you're in recovery? Did you like perks? Because I have some, like that type of shit a lot. Or you know, I'll tattoo you out of my house for way less if you come over and
the state.
You know what I mean?
When the state does a background check for your tattoo license, they do a background check. They're not looking for like drug charges or gun charges. They're looking for like sexual shit or fraud or like theft and shit like that.
Shit that's gonna be messing with you when you are dealing with people.
You're known to steal, you might not get your license. You're known to touch minors, you're definitely not getting a license. You're
yeah, no.
Wow.
Minnesota's strict like that. That's why
I don't think you should be able. Bro, if you touch kids, bro, they should get.
No, you shouldn't be able to do shit. You should be able to die.
Niggas death penalties, bro.
Yeah, But it's Minnesota. Minnesota's the most liberal state when it comes to sex offenders, bro. It's where sex offenders go when their home state won't let them come back.
It's a whole unit. They have a whole unit for them to protect them under a new law or
like say for example, you're transporting women like kids state to state, like 17-year-olds, 16-year-old girls, and you get a Fed case, and you're from Wisconsin, and Wisconsin says he can't come back, then Minnesota will take you. You know what I'm saying? Because like you might be on like supervised release for like sex offenders. Minnesota's a welcoming state for fucking sex offenders. But anyway, it's beside the point. But yeah, so yeah, that's why when it comes to licensing, hopefully they do keep fucking weirdos out of that shit because Minnesota.
That's why Minnesota. We used to have it used to be 16 plus. You used to be able to get your tattoos at 16, but now it's 18 plus. Because of all that weird shit that was going on with minors and shit. That's what I heard though. I started right when that shit changed.
Yeah, me too. Yep, right afterward.
Right when that shit changed.
Yep. I mean, tattooing minors would be kind of cool, but at the same time, it doesn't feel right when you're tattooing a 16-year-old and you're putting 100% real nigga, you know, shit like that on them. Because that's what they want.
Bro, I literally remember when I was in high school, this thing got the hundo emoji on his fucking neck, bro. Like, that was the neck tattoo that he got. And we thought it was dumb then, but I can't imagine that.
How dumb he looks now with the hundo on his neck. Yeah. Yeah, man, kids make bad decisions, so maybe it's the best thing for them to not be able to do it. You know, I'm not all the way against it. It'd be nice to make a few extra bucks here and there, but at what cost? Then later on, they can't get a job, and here they are trying to rob you. You know, they can't get a job later on down the line.
I don't know how long. I feel like the tattooing, not getting a job because the tattooing thing is like gonna go away a little
Shit,
bit.
there's a lot of places that won't change just because you have, you're always gonna have ultra conservative people.
Well, yeah, super professional places. Yeah, you're definitely
like the super with the what's the one with the waterfall in there, fucking Leviticus.
right. What?
What's that?
If they got a waterfall in their shop, Leviticus.
Oh, Kurt and them?
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't been in there. Bro, I used to fuck with them when they were Omni. That's where I got my first tattoo ever.
That's that what they were called?
They were called Omni. Remember that? And they had all the big graffiti heads on the side. And
that's crazy. Now that you said that.
yeah, it was Omni, bro. And they were really good to me when I was a kid. They used to let me come dude, I was such a fucking tattoo shop groupie. I was a fucking hang around. I was such a dork, bro. I would bring my drawing shit to the tattoo shop and sit in the lobby and just draw. And they let me.
Yeah.
That's a good thing to do. That's what they want.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I wouldn't. I was like that dude that didn't want to leave the outside of fucking Shaolin Temple. You know, the guy that eventually wanted to be a monk so bad that he fucking sat there for so long they eventually took him in. That's like how I was. I would sit in the lobby and be like, hey, you guys mind if I hang out for the day? Because I got super inspired to be. I knew I wanted to be a tattoo artist in 1996. That's when the year I decided I wanted to be a tattoo artist. It was 1996. And like people were listening to Red Hot Chili Peppers and like it was like the first people I saw, like as far as like culturally like mainstream to take tattooing to a different point for me personally was like the Red Hot Chili Peppers. You know what I'm saying? Like
rock and roll people.
Yeah, like rock and roll people, but like it wasn't. And then the first people to do it in the hip hop world was the Hot Boys, like Lil Wayne and them when they started. Because Pac had some tattoos. There's some people that had tattoos, but Lil Wayne and the Hot Boys and them were the first ones where you saw them like covering their whole bodies and shit. They were getting blasted. But before that, like the first people I saw that were, because they showcased their tattoos on their album covers. The Red Hot Chili Peppers did. So they were the first people I saw that had real art. So I went down to California in 96. And I went to a place called Avalon Tattoo in San Diego. And they were like one of the first like Hell's Angels style. This was like a biker shop before, where it was like tattoos they weren't really done by artists. They were done by bikers / artists. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep, happy sushi dance.
Ma'am? It's going on the YouTube channel. Hello.
Oh yeah, I gotta put that in the vlog.